Peyton, what's up? So, well, I'm going live today. One, I want to let everybody know I feel better. I want to thank everybody that checked in on me. I love y'all. Y'all are the best, for real. Um, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. A lot to go through. I'm going to keep it a little bit short because I got to go pick up kids here in a little bit. But it seems like I never intended for it to be to this, but the ladies of frustration have made it a point to tag me in everything possible, trying to I want to say, and they're trying to convert me away, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't care. Really don't give a fuck. Jevem, stop tagging me in anything. I don't care. This is harassment at this point. Okay? I don't come on here and make anything but react videos to y'all. And so this will be the last one. My advice to you, Jevem, find another hobby. Because you sitting here playing this savior when you're really a bully. You're an undercover bully. And the moderator from the Reddit, spies. The more and more I look into y'all, spies. Like, y'all have nothing else to do. Find somebody else to pick on. Because you're not saving anybody. You're not helping anybody. The people that have left because their true colors were shown. And it was true colors of people that came on this app as being friendly and well-rounded and open-minded. Were not. So as far as them, my advice, open your mind or get the fuck out of our minds, because that's what you need to do, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everybody coming on my stuff talking about my charge. My charge happened. It did. It sure the fuck did. Okay? I help people get sober now. What happened in 2018, I had a great message to wake up to from a fellow congregant. I'm not going to mention his name, but the message is, through life, we're never really the same person we were 10 years ago. And that makes a lot of sense. Because Hannah nowadays can see what y'all are and for what y'all are, not what y'all are trying to make everything to be. I see through you. Okay? Another note to the ones that come on my YouTube, my Facebook. I don't even do TikTok. If you see some videos on TikTok of mine, pay them no mind. That was another 10 years ago, Hannah. I don't even do TikTok. Okay? So, I'm really a hermit, to be honest. I've always stayed to myself because I know how envious people are. And you can't have envious people of you if you're not around people. Or you're not projecting yourself onto people. So, with that being said, y'all just leave me out of it. I'm here for the Greek. I'm not a child abuser. I never abused my children. I did not sacrifice my son to Amen at the concert. I mean, y'all sound like the ladies that probably should have been. Are y'all's ancestors from the asylum homes? And not the ones that spoke out. The ones that was eating dirt. Yeah, because y'all make no sense. I don't get it. It'd be different if y'all had some sense. I could come and discord with y'all, but I don't want to. I don't want to be interviewed by you. I don't want to be interviewed by anybody. I'm here for my muse. Find you one. On a brighter note, because that fucking dark, weird shit that's enough talking about that. On a brighter note, I got to meet another fellow congregant today by the name of Jay. That's what we're going to call him, Jay. I'm not going to tell you his Discord name or anything else. If I talk to him later and he okays it, then yeah, maybe I will. But once again, I got to sit down with somebody, have a conversation about what we talk about with an open mind, with curiosity, with willingness to learn and not appropriate. I appreciated that. Just know that conversation today, it made my day. And it was two Bammers at that. Two people from Alabama. Well, he's not from Alabama, but he lives in Alabama. How, and the main thing we talked about, which I found really interesting, is how the fates brought us together. Literally, how the fates brought us to where we're at. Like, it's funny, everybody else is so going outside of that instead of letting the fates do what they do. They've done what they've done, and now let's make the best of it. But we let jealousy and envy, once again, run the show. That's y'all's devil. Jealousy and envy. The wrong devil, honey. Right plan, wrong lady. I ain't the one. You can't gaslight me. And Jevem, and I'm not going to mention you no more, but I can remember when I showed my past in your Discord, and you specifically told me, if anybody comes at you sideways, you let me know. You know what that sounds like? A groomer. Man, get the fuck out of my face with that. I am healing, not healed. And that puts me on a level of fight or flight. And you don't want to see that. Now looking back. But anywho, on to my satanic outing with a friend is what we're going to call it. We discussed how the fates brought us together. He brought up that when he was in the 5th grade, he read Cerberus. And that blew me away because I've read that in the 5th grade. Okay, I read a couple other things in the 5th grade that make a lot more sense now. I'm not diverting. That's not the point. So, the thought that there's people out here that see what we're doing. There's people out here that are seeing what we're doing and they're taking advantage of it. And there's also people out here that's just wanting to learn. Just learn. And it's because we're curious. Our minds are open, from whatever it may be. He just sent me a message. Speak of the devil. Look at that. But whatever it may be. Like, mine was growing up, I grew up poor. Super poor. In a trailer. I still live in one today. I don't give a damn. But I'm saying, like, we didn't have things. Like, we didn't have cable. Like, it's the nowadays from Wi-Fi to not even having cable. But there was only a few shows that would come on, like, non-cable that I would actually watch. Because I was very ADD child. The attention span of a squirrel. Like, literally. So, but what stuck out the most to me was Xena, the warrior princess. Okay. Does anybody remember that? Okay. Wishbone. Wishbone was... Bring back Wishbone for the kids. Please do. But, those... I hadn't thought about until I started this Greek. And the way they come back. And it's everything. Just like I got this huge Medusa on my leg. Before I'd ever came into the congregation. Okay, the muse has a way of bringing it's nature, to be honest. I really think it's all nature brings us together. So what we do with our togetherness is on us. Now I aim to keep it a learning. My mind is open. I know I'm not right about everything that I say, and I know that. But I will say that being able to talk to somebody since the crusade, that when we start talking about the dragons and the wolf the wolf priestesses and the dragon priests, I mean, like, these aren't myths. These weren't just wrote down just to, be a scary... No. And the other thing, like what was brought up, we were talking about the, like, GLP-1s and it being... It's literally a miracle drug when it comes to losing weight. But there's so many, like, side effects because there's nothing to counter the venom, because there's Gila monster venom in it. So, but and on top of not having the the balancer to it, there's profit behind it, and we know where profit goes. So there, it can't be the savior to if it has a profit desire. So that was another thing. Like, I mean, does that sound like that? That really sounds like we're just this cult. I want to say something about cults. Everything is a cult. Where do you think the word culture comes from? Everything can be a cult. Stop calling us a cult when you're just as guilty as being one. Okay, can we say that? Can we make that known? You can't call somebody a cult if you're a cult. Y'all hear that cornbread coming out of my mouth? The cult. That's like calling the kettle black. I mean, and the news guy, nobody cares about Neil. Absolutely nobody. Not one soul on this congregation cares about Neil. You want to know why? Because he don't have a soul. His soul is stained. Everybody trying to prove like, oh, we don't care. We are our own people. We make our own choices. There's nothing you or anybody's going to say is going to change our minds but us. Do y'all understand that? Do I need to say it again? Do I need to spell it? Would you like me to put in the Greek for you? So, let's keep it cordial. Don't tag me in nothing else. I don't care. Don't tag none of my congregants in nothing. They don't care. Until they come to you. I swear, y'all are like vampires. Because you're only allowed in when you're allowed in. What time is it? It's 2:34 on the clock on that note, vampires. But anyways. It's Friday. Who's calling me? Had a call come through. Probably a spam call. So, let's keep it cordial. We got it live tonight. I'm expecting everybody. I'm off. I'm not. They could call me and I ain't going. I'm going to be present if there. I think there's a live tonight. Yep. I've been, like I said, migraine. Like woke up out of my sleep to a migraine, but I really want to say the migraine probably came from like reading on my computer and I didn't have my glasses on. Listen, damn this technology for you. Give me a book. I'd much rather have a book. But anywho's, that is my TED Talk for today. Addressing what Jevem is constantly trying to tag. I don't want to say constantly because that's not true, but the last few things, like, just stop tagging me. I don't care. I met Dr. Hillman. And everything that y'all say about him is just, it blows my mind. Because it's like, y'all really have never met him, have you? You've never really been on a level to that he respects you enough to conversate and you not take a. I mean, it takes a really miserable person to get offended constantly. But yeah, I just don't like the only thing and the only reason I keep bringing it up. My kids were not abused, y'all. They weren't. I'm gonna do a live. I guess I need to bring the kids. I'll let y'all see the one that's grown. Well, some of y'all have met Jeremy, but you're not going for the baby. No, he's not a baby. He'll be 10 next year. He was a baby when that shit happened, and it's funny. Like Yeah, I talk about it. Y'all act like that. That shit broke me. I allowed myself to get that fucking low. And now I help people. People hit me up when they want to get sober. Isn't that something? They hit me up. The needle junkie. They had her kids had drugs in their system. They hit her up when they want to get sober. I got great opportunities, especially in the Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia area. Great options for recovery. Because I got a great network. Now, some of them, I will say, let me go and put it out there. Some of them are Christian resources. They are. They really are. And a lot of them, the uppers probably make a shit ton of money. But you know what? I've watched people's lives get saved. I've watched people get their moms back. Little babies get their mamas back. Their daddies back. So come on here talking about a drug addict or this, and this. Just know I got an army behind me. Okay? The Hannah 10 years ago is dead. I'm a warrior now. So come at me again about any kind of defamation. My lawyer's advised, and I will proceed. So tread lightly. Okay? Okay? Well, that's it from me. I look forward to seeing all the Satanic Congregation on live tonight. It's time for me to go do mommy duties. Got to go pick up the kid. Yeah, the kid. You know, the one that had the drugs in his system. Yeah, I got to go pick him up from school. Yeah, he's in the 4th grade. On the robotics team and makes straight A's. Yeah. Try again. Come, like I'll say, and I'll come correct. That means with sources. Or don't come at all. Peace.